you to handle that woman or any woman. Just get experience with women in general. For men, this is super important. You can't be on your first girl you ever meet and try to wife her up, dude. You got a lot to learn, and you're
What's going on with my hat here? We got that Saturday Burly talk. Who talking with me? Who talking with me? It's been real quiet on this Saturday. I ain't gonna even lie. Let's see how these notifications go out. Give people some time to get the notifications. Now we finna go live and do that Burly talk. I just finished my workout too. Another workout in the bank, people. Check some videos.
Your car dealer will hate me.
Who rocking with your boy? Who rocking with your boy? No, it's a quiet Saturday out there. Ain't nobody coming in the building. Well, we give it to 5 minutes anyway. So you know how I'm going to do. I'm going to start smoking. We'll give it to 5 minutes, see who we can get to come in the building. It's a quiet Saturday. Everybody who's dealing with those floods, hope everything work out. Heard a crazy story about the floods, man. Life is insane. Life is insane. If you are surviving those floods, I hope everything work out right. Because I heard a crazy story about that flood. This story's so crazy, it goes to show you that anything that can happen will happen and could happen. Like the variables are large. Super Judah, peace, would it be? Would it be? The variables are so wide in life, it's incredible. But check out this story I heard about the storms. I think it's I don't know exactly where in Florida, but you know, the flooding went up. Dude in this house, water rose to about 4-5 feet in his basement. The water about 4-5 feet. He tell his wife, I'm gonna go downstairs to check on some things. She go down there with him. He get down into the basement and an alligator snatches half his body, snatches him up. The floodwaters brought the alligator in this man's basement. Yo, I'm telling you, anything that you can think of, like Final Destination. I know we all have seen that movie, Final Destination. And what made that movie such a hit is that that's kind of true. It is very true that death can find a strange way to take you up out of here. Strange. Not everybody gonna go and they sleep, go peaceful. Some people are gonna have a strange way of leaving this earth. And rest in peace to that man there, to be attacked by an alligator in the basement of your house because the floodwaters brought the killer in your house. Oh, we got Magic Burly in here. Third Portia, I ain't fighting no baby dinosaur. Serious. Like, how could you, you couldn't, that's like a movie. That's like a movie. The storm waters bring an alligator into your house, and now you're in the fight for your life with this alligator. That is a straight movie. That's Brett Ratner. That's Steven Spielberg and them. That's what they think about. Like, to hear that happen in the actual life can only confirm and reaffirm to you that 6 million ways to die. Choose one. And it's more than 6 million. Yeah, man. Listen. The variables are wide. You have to understand that the variables are so wide that every day you make it home and you wake up is truly an accomplishment. I think that since we wake up so much, we forget how much of an accomplishment it is to go to sleep and wake up the next day and go about your day. This is what they mean by comfortability breeds contempt. Because we get so contemptuous with the fact that we supposed to, you believe you're supposed to wake up. Like somebody owe you something. It's supposed to wake you up. But that is not the case. Every day you make it home and a rock doesn't tumble off of a building, hit another rock that makes it fall into a crane that switches on the machine that makes the crane arm swing and kill you, you should be damn thankful. Because life has so many ways to get you up out of here. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like it's easy just to forget that one jewel that you ain't owed life. You ain't owed no life. Every bit you get, be happy you still got it. It's just that real. It is just that real. And when I heard that story, that's the first thing I thought about was you life is so slippery and precious you can lose it at any moment. You truly have to really stand up for your so-called bad moments and good moments in life because there are moments you can only have if you're on the right side of the dirt. You know what I'm saying? The stress that you got right now in your life is only because you're on the right side of the dirt. If you was on the wrong side of the dirt, you wouldn't be having these problems. He said you can die from a stray hubcap going, hey, that's what I'm saying. You can die right in your shower. You can hustle hard, get to the bag, buy a mansion, sit down to have dinner, and choke on a potato. Die right in your mansion. That's how serious it is. And I think we really need to recognize that fact because I think that fact alone can keep a lot of silly men alive. That fact alone can keep a lot of silly men alive. Like, not even alive, just appreciating the life you got because you can't extend it. Idris, my homie, would it be? You can't extend this life. But understanding that life is not yours to command, it is a gift that will be taken away. Life is like a gift that they give to you. Say, here, it's yours. Uh-huh. You like it? You playing with it? Now give it back. That's what life has done to us. Life has slid us the toy of life. Like, here, play with this. And we're like, oh, shoot, this is it. And then life comes along and says, all right, now give me back. So what do you do when you have a toy that you only have for a few moments? You appreciate that toy. Gotta appreciate it. Because you know at any minute, life come right back up there and say, yeah, I'm gonna need that back. Come on, just send that in, let it go. You know, don't start crying and screaming and acting all silly. Just let it go. That's what life is pretty much telling us. Smash that like button as you come in the door. Smash it. Just press it. Just go on there and press that thing. That like button waiting to get pressed. Go on and press it. Look at the like button looking at you like, come on, press me, buddy. Burly doing his Saturday talk. Just press me one time. We got to respect this life, man. Like it's going to be over. Like this is a ride that has a conclusion. This is not a never-ending story here, people. We are not part of a never-ending story. And if that is the case, should we be getting caught up on so much stress and nonsense? Now you got to enjoy your life. Some drama is going to hit you. Some drama is going to hit you. You can't escape that. It's part of it's the survival of life. But should that dull your appreciation for the fact that any day you can be Final Destination? Any day. Final Destination moment be right on your neck. Go buy a new bar of soap, put it in your shower, go to reach for it, it fall on the ground. You go to reach for it, slip, hit your head, die reaching for a bar of soap. They got you. Death got you. Just like that. Final Destination. That's what we're living right here. That's why that movie is so on point. It's on point. Life is waiting to Final Destination you. Give you a tricky way up out this joint. Some of us are going to get lucky and die in our sleep. Real natural causes, limited pain. But a lot of us are going kicking and screaming. It's going to be very painful. And there's nothing you can do about it. Can't pray it away. You can't get enough money. Look at Steve Jobs. Died of cancer. Listening to the Steve Jobs life, he said he had got so on it trying to cure his cancer that he was literally paying magical shamans. He was all up in India in the mountains because he had that iPhone money long. iPhone money long in the train smoke that wrap around the world 3 times. Steve Jobs had that long, extra long money that we can't, just too long. And he said he was up in the mountains with the magical shamans trying to cure his cancer. In the end, the cancer took him. All the money in the world, all that iPhone money could not prevent the inevitable. This is what we face here. So how do you survive in such an extreme? How do you keep a smile on your face? Like, how, not even a smile, but how you stay content enough to keep moving forward? You got to appreciate the gift. Said Tono Monkey D, salute. You got to appreciate the gift. The gift is so precious that you can overlook it. In the book of the Tao, they say the way is so simple, most people going to miss it. Most people going to miss it. Because the way is so simple. And the simpleness is appreciate your time. Because Final Destination is coming. Look at me. I mess around and the joint is going to kill me. My Final Destination is somehow my joint is going to take me out. You know what I'm saying? It could be the joint right here that takes me out. But until that happens, I'm going to be enjoying and appreciating my time. See, that's the warrior's way, people. The warrior's way is above the fighting way. Let me tell you something. Fighters sell tickets. Warriors can't sell tickets. Could you imagine if 2 warriors had to sell tickets for their fight, how it would be at the stare down? They probably wouldn't even stare at each other. They probably just both look, because they're cultured. They're above arrogance. The warrior's path is the path of being. The fighter's path is the path of fighting. That's why fighters can sell tickets. Fighters sell tickets. Get right in your face. When I see him, I'm going to slap his mother because he ain't ready for these. See, fighters, Tank Davis, everybody in the fighting world. They sell tickets. Fighters sell tickets. Warriors could never sell a ticket in their life. It'd be a whack press conference. They wouldn't be dissing each other. Wouldn't be no drama. It was just when the time of the fight comes, I shall perform. That we'll be getting things like that. You can't sell no tickets on no magical talk. Not everybody ready for the magical talk. Because the warrior's way is a way of discipline. And discipline is hard. It's like that's why a lot of people get to the championship, win the belt, then they lose the belt. They can't hold it. You know why? Because the champion's lifestyle is really boring. Champions need to be in bed at 9 o'clock. Champions need to be in bed at 9 o'clock. You can't be going to the after party if you're a champion. How could you? Do you know that there are wolves salivating in the night to take that championship belt off of your waist? How could you go to the after party? How could you? You got wolves on your neck. You done got the belt that everybody wants. This is what made Mayweather Mayweather. He in the club drinking water, leave the club and go jog the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying? Because he understood one thing. The champion's life is a boring life. That's why most people can't handle it. You think of Roberto Duran, Ray Arcel, Roberto Duran's trainer, hired Freddie Brown just to watch Duran. Because Duran would jump out the window when the women start calling him, Duran, Duran, Duran jumping out the window. He going to go smash. He going to smash him some cakes. You know what I'm saying? He's the champion. He in his mind's like, I'm the champion. Got about 10 women outside telling me to come outside. Let's have not the menage a trois. It's going to be a menage cinco times cinco. He jumping out the window. He was hiding sandwiches under his bed when he was supposed to be on the diet. So Ray Arcel hired Freddie Brown just to watch him. Because being the champion is hard. What do you mean you can't talk to the women? What do you mean I got to eat celery and drink water for the next 30 days? See, getting to that belt, you got the belt, you're there. See, now maintaining and keeping the belt is a whole different thing. And this is where we see who is a champion and who isn't a champion. You could be a belt holder or you could be the champion. See, the champion, he going to bed at 9 o'clock. He ain't got many women. He ain't got multiple women. He ain't at the after party. He ain't stunting. He ain't stunting in the Wraith. And if it is all that's happening before 9 o'clock. If he doing any stunting, he better stunt before 9 o'clock. Because by 9 o'clock, he got to be in bed. And then he got to wake up in the morning and train and get ready for the wolves that is coming to take what he got. See, for most people, that's not a life they can live. How you gonna live when you the gunslinger and every young gunslinger coming in town want to test his merit off of you? That's a whole different life. See, but that's the warrior's path. See, the warrior going to understand it different than the fighter. Ernesto Hoost, Black Dutch kickboxer. No, I'm gonna check him out now. Doing 52 block with knives, yeah, you can easily do that. Like a lot of the times, it was the razor blade, so you can still get your 52 on and hold your weapons. Oh, yes. As my teacher said, when you are the weapon, the knife is just an extension of the actual weapon. Mobility, can you speak on motivation? Yeah, you can. You know, it's good to speak on motivation, but as true warriors, you have to be motivation. Like we got a lot of motivational speakers, and that's dope. I listen to a lot of motivational stuff, but if you're not already in the kinetic form of motivation, it's just going to be words that sound good to you, and then 2 or 3 later, you're going to go back to your old ways, which is what your brain wants you to do. See, your brain is always trying to get you. Queens up in the house, Queens up in here. I'm a Far Rockaway Queens baby. See, your brain is always trying to get you to go back to your comfortability. But motivation is going past your comfort zone. You know, to really be motivated, you have to go past your safety limits that your brain has put on you. You do 100 push-ups, you need to push it to 150. But your brain is going to tell you, nah, son, 100 is good. We good. We did the 100 yesterday. No. Yeah, and for the fact that you did the 100 yesterday, today you need to be pushing it to 150. So motivation has to be kinetic in you, just like potential. I don't want potential. I want kinetic potential. Because potential is just sitting potential. Kinetic potential is potential that's actually moving in the direction. See, that's what our women need to figure out and learn how to do, is find a man that has kinetic potential, not potential. That's right. I'm giving you the jewels right here. You know how Uncle Burly give it up. Stop playing like I don't be giving this up. Like, my channel got almost 50,000 subscribers. I need to start seeing more of those 50,000 subscribers. We got to start showing out, because you know how your boy Burly do. This is what it's about. And I do this because I have to do this. This is duty. I could be somewhere smoking my joint myself, pondering my thoughts to myself, but I ain't going to do that, because there are men and young men that need to hear the real message. Testicles and testosterone. I should be at 1 million by now. As long as I've been on the internet, I had, when I first started doing the reactions, the numbers went through the roof. They still very respectful, but I'm like the hardest working man on YouTube, and that's all right, because I've always been that way. Even when I was a hustler, I was the hardest working hustler on them streets. Now, I didn't get a chance to see Bumpy Johnson status. I made some money, but I ain't never reached Bumpy Johnson status, BMF status. Nah. I ain't going we don't even, as a real man, accountable and responsible, I ain't gonna even tell those lies. But I hustled every day like a job. Me and my packs hit the streets, bringing my packs out, stash my packs, get me a slinger, get somebody to go hand to hand, because I couldn't go hand to hand. Going hand to hand is very dangerous. What's hand to hand is when you're literally placing the drug in the hand of the customer. And in my day, you can get what they call the observation cell, where you got police on the roof like, yeah, we seen that, buddy. You're going to jail. And you want to stay out of jail. You want to definitely stay out the white man's jail. That is a full business over there. Jail is big business, people. It's way more business than it is trying to help a man turn his life around. That is straight business, millions, hundreds of dollars on the table. On the table. They got you up in there doing things they supposed to be paying you $30, $40 an hour for. That's right. That's right. Oh, you do a background on Burly, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. You do a background on me, you're going to see it. See that right there? See, that's the 357 wound right there. That's what it looks like to be hit with a 357. Yeah, let me get it closer. See, that's the 357. That's in my gun wars. You know what I'm saying? That's when we instead of throwing punches, we threw bullets at each other. Oh, my background is so official. It's official because that's the life I was leading, not trying to be king of New York, but I wasn't about working no job. That just was my mind state at that time, is that I ain't working no job. So if you're going to be in them streets, there's a lot of things that come with it. Jail, bullets, the whole thing. Oh, I was banging back at the people that was shooting at me. Because in New York, we ain't have all of that gang, like all of that gang tie stuff. Gang just came to New York. We ain't have all that in New York back in my heyday. You had your crews, your cliques, your posses, but best believe if you making money, stick up kids is coming. You had to worry more about police. Police wasn't your only worry. Police was not your only worry. Salute, Dirt Poor. 80s was very different. Yes, very different. So, and I like I said, I say all that to say, not we don't promote, drug slinging. You do what you got to do, but we don't promote it, because there are consequences that if you're going to do it, you're going to have to face them. There's no way around them. It's just no way around it. If that's what you're going to choose as your career, then you got to take what comes with it. Just like if you a chef, what comes with being a chef? You won't get burnt by the stove. The chef I knew, he had burnt marks. Each burnt mark had a story. One time he dropped grease on them. Next time he dropped a piece of steak on that arm. Every burn mark on this chef had a story, because guess what happens when you a chef? You're going to have some burn. You're going to get burnt. So every career and job is going to have there's going to be scars from it. There's going to be results. There's going to be things that happen as a direct result of doing that job. And hustling is no different. Jail, bullets, people snitching on you, the whole nine, stealing from you, setting you up. All that's fair game. Snitching is fair game in them streets. People used to come down in the payphone, call police, tell police where your stash is at, what you're doing, just so they can have the block to themselves. Because after police took one person to jail, they done for the day. You may not even see them come back to the block. So dudes knew that. So you come out, they call police on you, get you snatched up, and now they got the whole block to themselves the whole day, getting money, just getting money. And what you gonna do? You gonna get mad? You can't get mad. That's hustling. Ain't no honor amongst thieves, and don't let them fool you and make you believe that. Ain't no honor amongst thieves. We all criminals. If we all criminals, who we trusting? Who we trusting? Now, I'm not saying there ain't cliques in there that come in with high trust, and that's what you do. That's what you do. I've seen it. People that went in as a gang and everything got busted up. Nobody snitched on everybody. Everybody just took their time. It's happening, but they doing that out of love and integrity. That's no snitching law. They just loved the person that they was doing their crime with, or they're a man with integrity. One of the two. But there's no book written on that. You just, as a man, either you got integrity or you don't. And if you don't, when pressure hit, you're going to be the one saying it was him. It was all of them. You're going to be one of those dudes. It was all of them. I got a list in my pocket. This is bigger than Nino Brown. You're going to be one of those dudes on the stand talking about, I got a list of names in my pocket. This is bigger than me. You could be one of them. They happen. It's happening. You can't get mad at them. They fighting for their life. That's the game. That's the game. But the essence of it is respect the time that you have in the game. It's limited. Appreciate these moments you have, that you can get some information. You can go train. I talk to a lot of people that are stressed, and they always say, I'm stressed out today. And I get it. Life is hard, but still life is a gift. And then you don't get stressed in the face of a gift. Somebody gave you the PlayStation 5 or 6, you're going to be stressed? Somebody like, yeah, take this PlayStation 5. You're going to be stressed? Do I meditate? Yes, indeed. You got to meditate. Meditation is doing push-ups with your mind. Like, you can do push-ups with your body, but you got to do push-ups with your mind and spirit. And meditation helps both. Meditation helps all three, really. But it can really help build mind and spirit, which are all essential in the war. Like, you need mind and spirit as a warrior. Fighters, they don't need mind and spirit. Like boxers, they don't have to be meditating to be in there knocking people's heads off. Like, they don't really need that. Fighters don't need that type of thing. But if you're on the warrior's path, meditation is definitely something you need to have in your arsenal. Because the warrior's path is just way different. It's way more of a commitment than being a fighter. You see some of these fighters, after they stop fighting, they get all fat and sloppy. See, a warrior is never going to let himself get fat and sloppy. It's going to have to be like some medical condition that messed him up, something. As long as he can train, he's going to be anything but overweight and sloppy. Like me, I just did my workout today. You got to do your workout like brushing your teeth. Magic Burly said, I meditate by always learning something new. Boom. That's right. Reading books. That's doing push-ups for your brain. Read a good book. Change your whole life. And that's push-ups for the mind. You got to focus. You got to sit still to read a book. Can't be all moving around. You know, you got to sit down somewhere, sit still, grab that book, and take in those words. That's discipline, meditation. See, all meditation don't have to be la 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 la. Like you don't even have to have your eyes closed. Like there's a lot of thought. There's a lot of things connected to meditation that's kind of like movies. You don't have to close your eyes. You don't have to be trying to spiritually fly to another dimension. You know what I'm saying? You can just sit down and listen to yourself breathe. Like one meditation I did outside in the park, I tried to see how far I could listen. And yo, I think I was hearing conversation that was at least 5, 6, 7 blocks away. Because I just really I shut up everything and tried to focus on one certain sound. And how hard could I listen to it? That's meditation. So don't believe you always got to be curing world hunger in your meditation, or you got to be mentally flying somewhere, because that's the meditation that turns people off and people never come back. Sit down, listen to yourself breathe. Sit down, listen to the people around you. If you're going to close your eyes, it's because you're trying to amplify another sense. So if you close your eyes, you can amplify the hearing and the smelling and the touch. So if you're trying to do that, then closing your eyes makes sense. But you don't always have to close your eyes to meditate. You don't have to be a Buddhist monk to meditate. You ain't got to be sitting on your knees in the dark to meditate. You can meditate around a group of people. You can meditate at the after party. Don't be fooled by there always has to be quiet, and sometimes you want noise around you because you want to practice on how to tune certain noises out and still be in the moment. That's a good training method of tuning out certain things but still being in the present moment. Excellent training moment to meditate around people. People are talking and you got to still stay in focus to whatever you put your mind on while you're hearing other people's conversations. People may be trying to talk to you, walking past you, brushing you, bumping you, whatever the case may be. Oh, that's my setup. That's the setup. That's the Burly. It's going to be the Burly setup. You know what I'm saying? That's the Burly setup right there. That's going to be my setup that I'll be using, for the shows. You see that? I got the belts down there that are going to be going on for the Slap One League. That's right. I got the Slap Boxing League coming to every city. I'm going to coordinate with somebody in that city. We're going to pick a place, and we're coming out there with the belts. We're coming out there with some money, and we're going to get the Slap Boxing League off the grizzle. Off the grizzle. Nah, we ain't cracking these. Nah, these things is forever. Look at that. That's what age is that? That's what you see? A 1997. Had this for a minute. This is that Pierre Joet Rose. This is serious business. Serious business. This right here was given to me by a Korean guy that I used to always go to his store. He owned the store. And I would come buy coffee and then go train in the park. And I did that for like, at least it must have been like 13, 14 years, every day buying coffees, training in the park. I came in one day and he said, "Oh, you wait." And he ran in the back and he came out with this. And he said, "This training sword has been in my family for 40 years. I want to give it to you because I've never seen a master like you." This was very, and it was a Korean man giving something to a black man. He had wrote Bruce Lee on it. It's a practice sword. Very good quality. You can see he's probably, they probably bust each other in the head a couple of times with this sword, but he said it's been in his family for 40 years and he gave it to me. Thought this was one of biggest appreciations I've ever got from someone who's seen me train every day, 4 to 6 hours a day for over a decade, every day. Not that stuff you hear people say, oh, I was training every day. No, I mean like training every day. That's all I did. So that was big. That was big for me. That was big for me. Because them Koreans in our hood, they definitely ain't like black men too much. They, you know what I'm saying? They, so just to have that happen was an achievement for me. But that's what happens when you put in that good work. But this was my Saturday chat. I thank all my family for being in the building, supporting me on this chat. We got some more. Next week, we got some heavy topics to discuss. I've been writing them down. We're going to talk about more. Is fighting the sport? We got to go deeper on that one. Yes, salute. That Korean man was the real thing. He was a martial artist. But we got some topics to chop up next week. This was just a quick Saturday talk to say salute to all my peoples. We will be back. So you know how this goes. Hands up, chin down, rumble. Young man, rumble.